I mean, who put this pairing together?
Right.
What's going on here?
Well, stranger things have happened, right? I mean,
yeah,
Shota Umino and John Moxley, it did not look like a pairing on paper, right? But this is maybe even more of a starker contrast. So there you see Homicide, former Ring of Honor World Champion in many organizations who, well, you gotta wonder what he's got left after last night.
Oh, brother.
But the same could be said about their opponents, Chris.
Well, TJP and Francisco Akira. It was incredible IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match last night. But Mark Connors and Drilla Maloney, that full clip delivered, and no longer IWGP Junior Tag Team Champions.
See Akira leading the way, followed by TJP. You can feel the emotion, the adrenaline dump, not only from the loss of the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles, but just the energy expended in that instant classic bout.
And just, almost a look of resignation etched on the face of Akira. Because as much as you can hate the attitude of the Bullet Club War Dogs, they were the better team last night in Korakuen, no doubt about it.
Absolutely, they looked on the same page all night. But to me, this is a golden opportunity for Oiwa. He's got a chance to pick off the former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, a team that physically and emotionally right now, I would argue, are not at 100%, coming off one of their toughest matches in quite some time.
Well, sure, at their most beatable, and Homicide giving a word of advice. I think Oiwa, probably had a very different upbringing on the mean streets of Konan in Aichi than Homicide did.
I was going to say, I've heard stories of Homicide talking about Bedford-Stuyvesant, New York. I've heard him talking about different places in Queens and Manhattan and the Bronx where you don't want to go once the sun goes down. I can't imagine that they have much in common. But a show of respect from both men whose paths have crossed before. TJP coming up through the original New Japan dojo in America, and Homicide, who ran in those circles. Classic bouts against Samoa Joe, who TJP and Bryan Danielson trained with, as well as our dear friend Alex Kozlov.
Your dear friend.
Well, snapmare, debatable.
Your mate, Alex Kozlov.
And Homicide wriggles out of the hammerlock, only to get a TJP wrist lock here. Wrist lock takeover.
That's the thing, I think we saw one side of Homicide last night, for sure, and a different side of Homicide tonight. And that's why Homicide gets the reaction that he does. Because, wrestle and brawl, Homicide can do absolutely everything.
Certainly can. I mean, he was the one, I come from Ring of Honor. He pretty much saved Ring of Honor from CZW back when CZW tried to invade. He was the one that had that classic win at Final Battle to capture the Ring of Honor World Championship about 17 years ago. Oh, look at that. And see, he can wrestle, but he will also try.
He's a hungry man here.
Right.
What's a little mid-match snack?
I'll tell you what, the food here has been delicious. I can't compliment the cuisine enough for my first trip. As TJP, head scissor takeover, but caught by Homicide, returning volley here. Homicide might be the most versatile wrestler we may see in our lifetimes. And, The fans appreciate the respect shown here.
Yeah, you know, and to that point, what we're seeing in these 2 nights on Independence Day is a real broad spectrum of professional wrestling. Everything from technical skill to blood and guts. Getting a little bit of everything as you do every time there's a New Japan Strong card or a New Japan Pro Wrestling card in your town.
Absolutely, we've had tremendous crowds recently. Long Beach, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. Oh, San Jose. And New Japan Strong continues to get stronger and stronger as Oiwa off the ropes. Akira, beautiful leapfrog. Waist lock broken by the elbow there. Off the ropes, Oiwa.
Big shoulder tackle there. So much of the work done in that Noge Dojo system isn't just you know, getting the fundamentals of wrestling down pat, but also putting on that size. A lot of kids come out of high school and literally grow in front of your eyes. We've seen that with Yohei Oiwa, who's markedly a heavyweight wrestler, getting in that 100 kilo range well before he graduates out the Young Lion system.
Well, to me, physically, he reminds me a lot of Kensuke Sasaki, but you'd hate to draw comparisons. Like, sometimes those comparisons are unfair.
Yeah, it seems like the company is pretty happy throwing comparisons around recently.
As a big slam there. Oh, TJP. And going back to that, it seemed like Shota Umino embraced it almost, too. I saw his posting recently, whereas some of his colleagues took some resemblance to that remark.
I think that they've been stirring the pot, have the Office been, so much that you almost wonder whether Kevin Kelly's involved in this.
Well, he absolutely is. Oh! Big drop kick there. There's ever been a pop stir cover here. 2.
You know, when they put him on the collision, he was rubbing his hands together. The pokes are great.
So we see Akira here. Hammer lock.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful takedown there. Look at that.
Oh, and this hammerlock trap. So many of the things Akira does. All of them are precision tuned.
Right, Akira's had a long list of great trainers. Obviously a European background, but on top of that was mentored by Tajiri as well. Spent time in the All Japan Pro Wrestling Dojo. And then coming back. Taught by Will Ospreay, taught by TJP, taught by Great O'Khan. There's no better learning environment than the United Empire when it comes to the breadth and depth of talent that there is in that faction.
Absolutely, and oh, big form there as TJP, the legal man. We haven't even spoken about Jeff Cobb as well. It's just an incredible group, and you know, sometimes that confidence, I think, rubs people the wrong way, but the results have spoken for themselves, whether it's, Ospreay, or this team of Akira and TJP.
Oh, look out. I love it. I hope you're feeling up in, because you just lost your energy drink.
Yeah, I got it back. You thirsty? It's all. Oh, well, there's been more washings than one as the face wash connects. I'm sure he'll apologize. He seems like that kind of guy.
Right? Sure. Why don't you go to Homicide afterwards and say, Homicide, sir,
yeah,
can you buy me a can of energy drink?
Oh, big drop kick. And that momentary distraction from Homicide, who had the chain. Getting the crowd involved here. Oiwa looking to make a tag. Military crawl makes the tag. It's Homicide in. Big double axe handle there. Connects on Akira. Oh, that thrust. That patented thrust from Homicide. And this is that brawl. We saw the technical side. Now we see the brawling side of Homicide. Oh. Referee looking for a clean break. I don't know if he'll get a break. Maybe if Homicide runs out of steam. Oh, watch yourself, Homicide.
Yeah, this isn't the Doomsday no DQ match we had last night.
TJP connects. Swing and a miss. Homicide looking for that T-bone, that exploder. No one home.
Good job, we've got our E2s out here to warm up the equipment.
Might need to be waterproof or even bloodproof
Right,
what's to come in our main event. Wouldn't that be something if John Moxley tries to finish it with like a hammer lock? Or if you see Desperado trying to win the figure 4.
Well, that was how, if you recall,
Yeah.
John Moxley beat El Desperado in Nashville last year, was with the Bulldog choke. Hey! Former Best of the Super Junior winner, looking down from the heavens.
And a fitting tribute from Homicide. But he left his back turn just a little too much. Gave Akira a little bit too much of an opening. Oh, look at, wow! Monkey flip into the corner. Homicide so dangerous, but it gave the legal man TJP an opening, who charges in, eats an elbow, second rope on the inside. Homicide, ooh! And I love that. He saw something he didn't like, went for the DDT. 2! Those are those quick decisions Homicide makes over the years that have made him so successful.
Oh, I wonder whether there was a little bit of energy drink on those ropes.
Oh my God.
Didn't like that, a little bit tacky.
Yeah, he might have
delivered that DDT, but also you see underneath that bandana the effects of last night. Well, it's going to go up there anyway.
Yeah, second rope on the inside. TJP caught.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he might be looking for that super version of that cutter. And Akira. Oh, come on. Oh, no one home there. And Homicide kicks to the midsection there. Into the ropes. Off they go. Double clothesline misses. Oiwa!
The height and the separation from Oiwa. Double drop kick.
Whoa! Jumping flatliner there. Cover 1, 2. Akira able to break things up. And this has been a back and forth contest. And a well-timed disruption there from Oiwa allowed Homicide to get back into things here, but it's TJP.
Yeah, he's sort of rattling Homicide with that DDT, spiked him right on the dome, and that cut from last night opening up underneath the bandage of Homicide.
Tags made here. Akira Oiwa, ooh, kick to the midsection there. Irish whip. Oiwa, oh, the strength. Yes, big body slam.
And let's not forget,
2.
Oiwa is near, but not at the 100-kilo mark, which means if they can polish off the former champions tonight, Ian, they'll be next in line for the junior heavyweight tag titles.
They certainly will. Look at that, beautiful bridge. 2. Oh, gut-wrench bridge gets 2. I hadn't even considered that. Yeah, oh, he called out for the Boston Crab. He's got that grip locked in. Akira fighting to keep that shoulder straight instead. Boston Crab locked in. Homicide.
Got that STF.
Certainly does. And a company that is famous for the STF. Shout out to Masachono. Oiwa, he's got Akira in major trouble here. Ooh. And Homicide, that bandage, he is just bleeding through that bandage at this point as Oiwa. Language barrier making. Oh,
right. There's the language barrier there.
Yeah.
Contributions made to the Retired Wrestlers Fund.
And trying to stack up the United Empire. Oiwa, big double kick from TJP. Homicide coming in. Up and over to the apron. It's Akira now charging in. Wow! Got a little extra juice on that drop kick. Back elbow. Off the ropes.
Oh! Served up the alley-oop. Oiwa planted. Akira focused, ready, bang, got it, super kick.
Hooks the leg. 2, no! 2 count only as the tag is made to TJP. Oiwa in big trouble now.
Oh!
Rolls him over, hooks the leg. 2, 3. TJP, Francesco Akira able to get back on the winning ledger here. A great effort from Oiwa. Homicide.
Have a small compensation for TJ and Akira.
And you see the compassion of Homicide protecting his fallen partner.
Starting next week, he'll be the heavyweights taking center stage for the next month with G1 Climax 33. TJP Akira having to go back to the drawing board, whether it's All-Star Junior Festival or after that, to get in the hunt for those IWGP Junior Tag titles again.
And Homicide, like a protective older brother, ensuring the intentions of the United Empire are true, and they are showing respect to Homicide as Akira. TJP giving his respects to Oiwa. And a sign of a friendship between two competitors over the last 20 years. They've run in the same circles, wrestled on many of the same cards. They bring that friendship and that competitive fire to Korakuen Hall as their winner stands tall, the United Empire, victorious. And Chris, we talked about it. They have the 7th most days as IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. One more reign could catapult them into undeniable territory as one of the great junior tag teams of all time.
Yeah, but on the other hand, Ian, and we spoke about it yesterday, who do you put in front of the new champions we're going to see coming up next? Connors and Maloney, so dangerous, so on point as a team last night, despite only teaming together for a month.
I take off the future!
What an endorsement that is.
On April 12th, New Japan returns to Chicago. New Japan Strong's biggest event ever. Windy City Riot, live at the Wintrust Arena.
NJPW Academy at the LA Dojo. Looking to start your journey or add to your existing knowledge? NJPW Academy is the place to be. There's only one place to get New Japan strong, and that's the NJPW Academy. Head to njpw1972.com for more information.
I want you for NJPW Academy.
All right, keep up the hard work, guys. Hey, Royce, where's this one going?
Parts unknown.
Tokon Shop Global. We ship worldwide.
Limelight, you finished those Okada orders yet?
Yeah, with the new Team Filthy shirt, papi.
Genius. Eso, mi gente.
The stars of today and the legends of the past come together on your smartphone. NJPW Collection. Pick up cards from special draft events. Use your collected cards to form your own faction or exchange them for limited edition special cards. Check in live from venues or remotely from home to get special tickets and items. Add all of New Japan Pro Wrestling to your collection now. NJPW Collection.
There's a reason men and women attempt to climb Mount Everest. There's a reason man attempted to get to the moon. It is because when you reach the summit, when you reach the peak, when Neil Armstrong touched down on the lunar surface, it It was because the journey. Was in some ways the most rewarding element. Eddie Kingston made his Korakuen Hall debut yesterday. And tonight, he now challenges for the New Japan Strong Openweight Championship.
The champion is a man certainly in high demand if rumors are to be believed. If the bag wasn't enough for Kenta in Toronto, it is here. And it's around Kenta's waist tonight live. On the line in our semi-main event. Deservedly should be on that Mount Rushmore of Japanese professional wrestling. Will carry with him here tonight a 24-15 singles record in Korakuen Hall. Eddie Kingston, 0-0.
Chris, you mentioned the element of familiarity, the element of being able to train to diet, to be fully in your surroundings and taking away a variable. For Kenta, this is almost a second home.
And Kenta carries with him that legacy of the performances and being the great wrestler that he was and still is. Let's not forget that. The incredible performer that Kenta still is. Yet, Ian, and you've called so many strong openweight championship defenses. From Tom Lawler holding that title, defense after defense, V10 over the course of a year. Fred Rosser, the journey that man went through to win that championship. And it seems almost sacrilegious to say that Kenta has done the strong openweight championship a disservice, but in the face of what he did to Minoru Suzuki and Eddie Edwards, the way that he's won and held on to that championship is nothing short of sickening.
I absolutely agree, Chris. There's an element of Kenta knowing the rules so well that he's able to break them, bend them, move them where he needs to. We saw that when he won the title against Hikuleo. We saw that in his defenses, as you mentioned, and the time has come. The crowd has chosen their favorite. Eddie could barely hold back his emotion, contain the adrenaline last night. He stood across the ring against the man he is challenging here tonight. Hopefully with the nerves quelled, hopefully with the emotions in tow. That's always been Eddie's wild card. He nearly defeated Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor title back at Super Card of Honor, but there was a moment in the match where, as Eddie had the tunnel vision, Claudio was able to get him to get angry, to lose focus on the wrestling, and it cost Eddie a very, in my opinion, winnable Ring of Honor World Championship bout. We all know that these types of title opportunities don't come around often.
Yeah, we know that Kenta at one time, as he came into New Japan Pro Wrestling as an outsider in 2019, at one time a very similar mindset to Eddie Kingston. And you remember that G1 press conference, and I'm not going to use the exact quote, but I'm effing Kenta, and wanting to show that, but he wasn't accepted by the New Japan audience. And it took him a while in the wilderness, but then he found himself in the worst possible company that brought out the very worst and the very best of Kenta, all at the same time. This very personification of a troll of a wrestler.
Oh, look at that back fist early. Kenta does not administer the clean break. And this is where Eddie's got to keep his cool. He's got to keep his head, because this is where things went off the rails against Claudio.
There you go, exactly. Caught him all the way back in. That's a schoolboy error, and Eddie knows it.
That's the thing about Eddie, that pride is like a fire that burns inside of him. Eddie is a man that if he's your friend, he will defend you till his dying day. As we see a butterfly suplex there. But if you get on his bad side, his wrong side, that pride will inspire him to make sure that every day you live is miserable.
You see, that's how conflicted Eddie has been with this whole situation with the Blackpool Combat Club and Claudio and John Moxley.
Knife edge chop here on the outside. Kick to the midsection. Wow. And I would argue, Chris, this is where Kenta would like the match to continue.
No.
And that may have broken Eddie's hand, and he uses that on that back fist.
Exactly right. And well, if it didn't before, Kenta's going to make sure.
Oh, just wrenching that elbow, that wrist, that hand. Taito trying to break things up here. Taito asking Eddie if he's okay to continue. That elbow wrapped up.
Again.
Hammerlock driven into the barricade.
Kenta was reeling, he was unsteady, and then he saw the ring post in his periphery. He saw an opportunity, and he knew exactly what Eddie was going to do.
And this is almost a tale as old as time for Eddie Kingston. Unfortunately, his temperament getting the best of him very early on in this bout. That hand may have been taken out of the bout. That back fist into the post, that elbow, that hammerlock.
Elbow which was taped up even heading into this match. You know Eddie Kingston had to have been hurting, as everybody was, but...
And now even those chops. It sounds like he got a lot on it, but unfortunately gave up the arm here for the Fujiwara.
I mean, every single one of those chops in, rattling the bones that are just, shaking around in that hand right now.
And Eddie able to get to the ropes. Writhing in pain.
The exact polar opposite of Bryan Danielson. And you saw where he was in that situation, a broken right forearm, was able to have the composure to shift up his game plan and submit Kazuchika freaking Okada. Like, Eddie Kingston is so singular in his mindset. His greatest asset is his worst enemy.
Couldn't have said it better myself as we reach the 5-minute mark, but the passion of Eddie Kingston, the drive of Eddie Kingston. He's in absolute pain right now. Oh God, now Kenta smartly going for the shoulder. Might as well try and take out that entire right side. Those backhands, trying to get something going. T-bone into the line mark. Kenta right back up. It's Eddie.
Backdrop driven down. Eddie Kingston growing up on those wrestling tapes and not just of strong style, but the 4 pillars of the King's Road of All Japan Pro Wrestling, a style that was based around how much punishment can you withstand, how many times can you be knocked down, to take 10 shots so that you can give 1. And we'll see how good that 1 is for Eddie Kingston.
And Eddie down to one arm, looking for the full Nelson. He can't even reach under the armpit of Kenta to try and lock it in. Looking for that half and half suplex instead. It's Kenta. Big back elbow, breaking the grip. And he gives up the arm. And again, the mental game right now of Eddie. Ooh. Maybe not as sharp as it has been, but he's able to lock in the sleeper. Oh, come on.
Yeah, there's the mental game of Kenta, drawing the referee. And Taito reeling. And look what Kenta's immediately done. He's got something.
Get up!
And Taito. Oh, and Kenta trying to say Eddie Kingston was choking the champion. Oh, no. Oh, Kenta, DDT. Center of the ring is Eddie Kingston.
And now Kenta will lick his chops. Tanahashi right opposite us on the Japanese announce table knows exactly this situation. Minoru Suzuki knows this situation. Eddie Edwards does. Out he goes. And
Come on.
What a disappointing way in for this great championship match to end.
Especially considering Kenta had Eddie where he wanted him. Kenta doing damage to that right arm.
That 21-year journey and it all. No, it doesn't, not yet.
Knee to the midsection. Stops Kenta in his tracks. Eddie looks around, the fans rallying behind the challenger.
Do it, Eddie.
Oh, and Eddie Kingston with that championship belt, having second thoughts. The journey Eddie Kingston has been on. Eddie can't bring himself to do it. Good for you, Eddie.
Oh no, but Kenta.
Oh no.
Kenta, double champion, the Defy Championship.
Give me a break. Unconscionable. Oh, now manhandling Taito. Oh, come on. Eddie Kingston down. And Kenta going up to the top. No doubt looking for the double stomp, and this will end it. Kenta, double stomp.
Right there.
Cover, 1, 2. Whoa!
Eddie willing his shoulder up, but you saw him. He was almost trying to cover up from the stomp with that shattered right hand.
The crowd rallying behind. Eddie Kingston needs each and every one of the 1,500 that are in attendance here.
And look, he's going for the stretch plum.
Stretch plum locked in.
The black and gold. Dangerous K is Dangerous Kingston.
Kenta, outstretched arm looking for the ropes. Kingston, center
And
of the
he's got
ring.
it.
Stretch plum. The oblique explodes. Kingston continues to wrench the shoulder of Kenta, the champion in trouble here. The challenger shifting the hips to block the ropes from Kenta. And Kenta is able to get to the ropes. Somehow, some way, Eddie Kingston has found himself back in this title bout. The 20-plus year journey, back fist block. Oh! And Kenta, just a little too quick for Eddie Kingston at this point of the bout, unloading with the open hands.
Those overhand rights, just brutal, chopping down the tree that is Eddie Kingston. And he's creating distance that he'll close with the Besaikin knee.
Kenta charging in.
Oh, yeah, Eddie on his feet.
Eddie in no man's land, oh! And Eddie may be out here, 1, 2, oh! Kingston finding a way to kick out.
As long as there's an ounce of consciousness, as long as that light is dim but not completely out, he'll kick out. When it's lights out here, go to sleep.
Go to sleep, blocked. Open hands for Kenta. Kingston may be out on his feet. Oh! Plants the kick. Back fist.
Oh, the pain. But despite the pain.
And another.
Oh, the agony.
Back fist. 2. Whoa.
Kingston willing himself the agony of that broken hand. and shattered elbow to unleash those two hurricanes, but is that all he has, Ian? There can't be anything else.
Right now, Kingston knows deep down in his mind, for the friends he's seen made it, for those that had not, for his mother, for his father, who he owes dearly, who he credits this journey. Kingston must fight for himself here, for himself and himself only, to prove it to one person. Can he do it in Korakuen?
Oh!
It's a cradle, it's a cradle. 1, 2, no! Oh, big kick, back fist! Kenta off the ropes! Oh! Lariat! Cover! 2! Whoa!
And now the fire sparked in Kenta, in champion, and the challenger who nods.
Challenger back to his feet first. Kenta to one knee. Eddie with a kick. And Kingston with another. Back fist. Plants Kenta.
Oh, you don't think? Second title match. It won the women's championship. Will a strong upper win?
Kingston! Kingston has done it!
A 21-year journey. All the ups and downs, and Eddie, by rights, should not be here. But he is here. And it is all, and I'm not kidding. It has all led to this for Eddie Kingston.
For every river there is to cross, mountain there is to climb, for every tragedy to power through. Eddie Kingston has kept his friends close and his enemies closer. Through his passion and desire, sometimes Eddie Kingston forgets about the one person that is most important to take care of himself. Tonight, he found the singular vision that helped him cross the finish line and become the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion in Korakuen Hall.
You talk about those friends made along the way. Homicide, straight out to ringside. And an awful lot being communicated between Eddie and Kenta in that stare.
Kingston knew he had one left in the chamber. One last shot with the back fist.
What incredible scenes, and you think a new men and women's champion crown for New Japan Strong tonight with the same move. The Northern Lights bomb from Kensuke Sasaki to Eddie Kingston, from Akira Hokuto to Julia. A night, a week about honoring tradition and paving the future. And the future belongs to Eddie Kingston.
Eddie never forgot where he came from. And we have never forgotten about Eddie Kingston. Your new strong openweight champion, Eddie Kingston, returns to the United States as a champion in New Japan. Let him flow, Eddie. Let the tears flow. Soak it in.
This is dedicated to three people: my mother, my father, and Terry Funk, who is the GOAT. I dream of this moment, and I don't want to cry because I don't want to be emotional. But after 21 years of fighting, you think that sometimes you're not going to get it, you know? Sometimes you think you're wasting your time. I want to tell every kid in the world, I'm not supposed to be here. I was a street kid who did dumb stuff. I should have been killed. I should have been in jail, but I didn't because of pro wrestling, because of Japanese pro wrestling kept me going. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I don't have nothing else I can say, but just thank you. And I would defend this championship with my life, with my life. Thank you, everybody. I gotta go. Arigatou gozaimasu. Please, thank you.